I'm Jillian. I work as a guide for Zion Adventure Company. The Narrows is the largest slot canyon in the world, located in Zion National Park. It is a river that has cut through 7 layers of sedimentary sandstone to carve out this gorgeous canyon that has 1,000-foot walls. I think the Narrows is a great adventure for anyone who has the desire to be in there. If you think it's a spot that you want to go visit, our guides can figure out how to get you there. A typical Guided Narrows day starts here at Zion Adventure Company. We meet our clients and get geared up. And the gear's different depending on the season. So in the winter, when the water's colder and the air temperatures are colder, you're going to want to be in some dry gear, which will keep you protected from the cold water either up to your waist or up to your neck and wrists, depending on how cold it is. So the water can be surprisingly cold even in the middle of summer. So we will take the neoprene socks and the canyoneering shoes and a walking stick so we can go out and be comfortable and balanced when we're in the Narrows. Once we make sure we have all the appropriate gear, our next stop is over to the visitor center where we'll pick up the free park shuttle that takes us all the way to the trailhead at the Temple of Sinawava. The terrain in the Narrows starts out as a paved trail for the first mile on the Riverside Walk. We'll get to the entrance to the Narrows and then get into the water. That's when the adventure really begins. The Park Service allows us to go as far as the Orderville Junction, which is about 2 miles up the canyon. We'll stop at some point, have lunch, have snacks. The whole way you're going up the Narrows, you're fighting against the current. So you're crossing the river, going to beaches on either side, and then when you turn around and come back, then you get to float down with the current. A typical Guided Narrows day starts at Zion Adventure Company between 7 and 8 in the morning and ends sometime mid-afternoon. You're going to want to make sure that you show up with the appropriate gear. We recommend up to 2 liters of water per person, food to get you through the whole day, so that's snacks and lunch, some sun protection, and some clothing that's appropriate for the season. Any of the extra gear that the guide offers to you is included in the price of the trip. Some of the things that you may not have brought for yourself would be a backpack, dry bag if you don't want to get your stuff wet in the Narrows, or perhaps some extra fleece layers. So for a lot of people, if you're venturing into the outdoors for the first time, it can be really comforting to have a guide with you. In the wintertime, almost everyone can benefit from a Guided Narrows trip because you have your guide who can help you make sure you're prepared for the conditions and also helping you prepare for the rest of your vacation. Not only do guides know the trail that you're going to do, but they have tons of tips and tricks and suggestions for the other trails as well. It's one thing to see a beautiful space, and it's something else to feel like you've gained an understanding of a beautiful space. The opportunity for the guided trip is to learn how to interact with that space and teach your loved ones that are on the trip with you how they can interact with that beautiful space as well and make it be something that they can appreciate and understand.